Crypto analyst Cassie Trades has provided a roadmap for the XRP price, revealing what could happen before the altcoin reaches a new all-time high, ADH. Based on her analysis, XRP could still witness a price decline before it potentially rallies past its current ADH of $3.40. In an X post, Cassie Trades stated that in the event of a deeper flush, the XRP price could wick down to $1.90, suggesting that the altcoin could visit this low before it rallies to new highs. She believes XRP will ideally hold above this $1.90 and avoid dropping to new lows. The crypto expert noted that the next move is critical. She claimed that if XRP gets that flush with bullish RSI divergence, it could mark the bottom before the altcoin rockets into wave 3. However, Cassie Trades warned that a break below $1.90 could force a reset of the entire new trend count. Meanwhile, there is still the possibility that the XRP price might not drop to as low as $1.90. Cassie Trades stated that $1.95 is the prime target, with subwaves heavily aligning there and a drop to $1.90 only likely to occur in the event of a deeper flush. It is worth mentioning that U.S. President Donald Trump recently announced reciprocal tariffs on all countries, a move which is set to ignite a global trade war and is bearish for XRP and the broader crypto market. As such, this development could be what sparks the deeper flush and send the altcoin to as low as $1.90. In an X post, crypto analyst Brandon asserted that the XRP price is about to have a massive breakout to the downside. His accompanying chart showed that XRP could drop to as low as $1.40. On the other hand, crypto analysts such as Ali Martinez have provided a bullish outlook for the XRP price. In an X post, he stated that XRP could be setting up for a rebound. The analyst further remarked that the altcoin is holding above $2 while the TD sequential flashes a buy signal. Crypto analyst Javon Marks also recently predicted that Ripple's coin could surge 44x and reach as high as $99. He alluded to the 2017 bull run as the reason why he is confident that the altcoin could record such a parabolic rally. What is XRP? Founded in 2012, XRP is a digital asset created to drive innovation across the financial payments space. It is the native token on the XRP ledger, XRPL, a distributed, open-source, permissionless blockchain maintained by a network of peer-to-peer servers, known as unique nodes. XRP functions as a mechanism of exchange between two different currencies or networks and can be sent directly without the need for an intermediary. Think of it as being able to send cash directly to someone overseas without the need for a bank or payment processor to handle the transaction. The peer-to-peer nature of XRP makes it a convenient tool for bridging two currencies in a matter of seconds, not days. This saves time and money and simplifies the process of international transactions. Banks in various countries have also adopted XRP for routine hawala transfers. Recommended reading: 6 types of altcoins and their uses. How has XRP performed in recent years? In the 2017 bull market, XRP reached an all-time high of $3.40. Since that time, several challenges, including wider market corrections and the Securities and Exchange Commission's (SEC) case brought against XRP, saw its price hit lows of around 15 cents in mid-2020 and 38 cents in July 2024. The months following the July 2024 low have seen XRP gain almost 600%. These gains are due to positive sentiment following President Donald Trump's re-election in November 2024, questions over the validity of the SEC's claims in its case against Ripple, more on that below, growing usage of the network, and hopes of XRP exchange-traded funds, ETF, being approved to begin trading in 2025. The recent developments signal that XRP could be entering an exciting new stage of growth, as usage and the promise of regulatory certainty combine to drive upward momentum. On January 15, 2025, XRP hit a 7-year high of $3.40, driven by a surge in meme coin trading volume on the network, anticipation over President Trump's crypto-friendly administration, and the potential for clarity over the SEC's case against Ripple as the leadership transition takes place at the SEC. Are Ripple and XRP the same? When talking about XRP, one might often hear it used interchangeably with Ripple. However, the two are quite different. Ripple is a company that provides a blockchain-based digital payment network for its users. XRP is the crypto asset that facilitates payments on this network. XRPL is the software ledger where transactions with XRP are recorded. The company has undergone multiple rebrandings over time to reflect changes in ownership or direction of the project. In 2023, Ripple acquired crypto businesses Medico and then Fortress Trust to support our existing lines of business, specifically in terms of improving the customer experience. Continuing the takeover strategy in 2024, Ripple bought out Standard Custody, a custody provider designed to service institutions. Throughout the business's evolution, one thing that has remained consistent is the ticker symbol XRP for its native cryptocurrency. How does XRP and the XRP ledger work? The XRP ledger. The XRPL consensus model is built upon a core principle. A little trust goes a long way. Unlike Bitcoin's proof of work or Ethereum's proof of stake protocols, the XRP ledger doesn't use mining or staking to validate transactions. Rather, it allows trusted, permissioned servers to create consensus on the network. These servers, or unique nodes, maintain a unique node list, a list of nodes that the network deems trustworthy. If 80% of nodes deem a transaction to be valid, a unique node can then proceed with validating that transaction. In the past, the XRPL has experienced out-of-sync issues, leading to downtime across the network. When one node on this list is compromised, the effects can spill over to other nodes, further slowing down the network. However, reliability has improved in recent times. XRP, the native token, the total supply of XRP 100 billion, was created and distributed to individuals and companies at the launch of XRPL. Unlike other consensus mechanisms, nodes do not earn rewards for maintaining the correct version of the ledger. There are some customers on Ripple's digital payment network, RippleNet, that prefer to send funds without a pre-funded account. Ripple makes this possible through their on-demand liquidity service. In this service, XRP, along with a pool of other digital assets, e.g. Bitcoin, Ether, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin, is used to provide liquidity for these transactions. When parties have different preferred methods of sending or receiving money or use different currencies, RippleNet acts as an intermediary for their transaction. As both parties are using different currencies to transact, no physical money moves during the process. Rather, the transaction is conducted in XRP, which equals the value of the money being sent. The network also charges a small fee in XRP to complete the transaction, but it's minuscule when compared to other traditional international payment networks, such as SWIFT. How is XRP different from Bitcoin? There are many core differences between XRP and Bitcoin. Firstly, Bitcoin achieves network consensus by using a proof of work, POW, model to validate transactions, whereas XRP uses a consensus protocol across participating nodes to validate transactions through a vote. Given that this method is less energy intensive, some might argue that XRP is more environmentally sustainable than Bitcoin. Additionally, Bitcoins are released into the network through mining. XRP was pre-mined at launch. A smart contract, not miner activity, controls the release of any future tokens on the network. Lastly, although both projects are open source, XRP was created and distributed by a privately owned company, whereas Bitcoin is not owned by any one individual or organization.